Jenn Bostic is an American country music singer-songwriter based right here in Nashville. In 2012, her song Jealous of the Angels won her 5 awards. The song was released as a single in the UK in December. It reached number 1 on the singer-songwriter charts and has gone on to have over 1.3 million YouTube views. Jenn has just released her latest album and she dropped by the Talkopolis studios here in Nashville to speak with us. I'm Kane Harrison and this is Emerging Artists.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkopolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Talkopolis, the social media TV network for your city.
So 2012, as we said, was an amazing year, and you touched briefly on some of the success that you'd had in the UK. I mean, you've also won, I think it was 5 awards at the Independent Country Music Awards, a chart-topping single over there. Jealous of the Angels, I think, has had well in excess of 1 million views on YouTube. Firstly, tell me what it's like to have this massive fan base in another country when you're kind of in Nashville and, obviously want some recognition in your own country, but you've got these people in another country that are really, in your corner.
It's a little surreal. Mm-hmm. I went over and did a 3-week tour this past February and March, and I had a trio, and we had an opener and everything, and I was so overwhelmed and humbled by the love. I had no idea when we were booking these shows. I mean, we booked them all independently, we didn't use an agent or anything, and yeah. I mean, we show up, hopefully there's 50 people there, who knows, and I mean, it was a sold-out tour. It was, there was...
Fantastic.
It was amazing, yeah. And it was such a blessing. So to go over there and kind of just see people connect to the music on that scale mm-hmm. was something so new for me. And I've seen the same success over here as far as playing at a venue and then having somebody really connect with the song, but it's very small. It's
sure.
1 or 2 people at each show, which is still amazing. But as far as, the radio help and, everything else has been so much bigger over there. So it's strange to play a sold-out tour and then come home and, just hit the road hoping there's going to be 10 people at your next show in the US, So it's been interesting for sure.
Absolutely. And I imagine, were you aware of, obviously you had some insight because of being contacted through the internet and you could see the YouTube hits going up and, radio promotion and stuff. But the realization, to get on the plane, go over and then to actually, be in front of these people who've probably been contacting you on Facebook and the likes, that must just blow your mind.
Yes, it's incredible. And just here, it's not just people reaching out saying, I really like your music. It's your music has touched me in this mm-hmm. way. Your music has helped me to heal. Your music has encouraged me, which those are things that, as a songwriter, that's what if you can do that for one person, you feel like, I did my job, So that was amazing. But still, you're nervous to go over there. You're like, well, we'll see what happens. But It was incredible.
So, you'd have to say the catalyst of a lot of this success would be the song Jealous of the Angels. And I know that song comes from an incredible place for you to be able to write, to draw into that. Tell us a little bit about that song.
That song was written as a tribute to my dad, who passed away in a car accident when I was 10. And he was the first person to ever encourage me to play music. And when I lost him, songwriting was the only way I could really express those emotions and that pain that was locked up inside. And so I felt like as soon as I lost him, I sat down at the piano, I was playing, and I felt like he was standing over my shoulder. And that was such a sign, such an affirmation to me that music is what I needed to be doing, that would make me happy, So 14 years later, after I've, gone to college and been writing a bit, I knew I had this song in me that I needed to get out. But it took time and it took that mm-hmm. processing to get it out. And so finally, with Jealous of the Angels that day, it was just this weight lifted from my shoulders. It felt like something I was supposed to do. And I went home and prayed that night and just asked for some sort of sign that my dad was watching over me and that he was proud. And I prayed that same prayer for 2 months. And I didn't tell anybody about it. And on Christmas Eve that year, my best friend in the whole world called me up. We've been best friends since we were 2.5. She called me up and she said, Jenn, I had this dream last night and your dad was there. And he said, please tell Jenn I'm so proud of her. And then at every one of her shows.
Wow. And
so for me, I had no idea that it would connect the way that it has for other people. For me, it was, I need to get this song out in order to move on with my life, and to have some closure to that situation. Of course, I'm always going to miss my dad, and I'm always going to wish he were here. But as far as songwriting went, I needed to get that song out so I could move forward with my life. And to see other people, I mean, send me emails and Facebook messages, and if you go to the video on YouTube, there's thousands of comments of people, and not just like comments of this, you know, helped me, comforted me. It's other people responding to that, like helping each other be comforted, which that to me is just something so much bigger than I could ever take credit for, you know?
And so, I mean, obviously that would have to be able to sit there and pour your heart out, which we all, you know, wish we could do as songwriters every single time. It doesn't quite work that way. But I know, you know, people have a perception when they come to Nashville that they have to be this certain way, that they want to be this way, that this is the mold to break into. Do you think that that song helped you change out of that and truly start to write from your heart and for, you know, what you want to say and all those sorts of things?
Absolutely. And when I think back to, I put out my first record in 2009 called Keep Looking for Love. Really proud of it. Like, it was such a great season for me. But when I look at my new record that just came out, Jealous, I feel like that is, you know, the depth of my soul, like just bared into that record. And if things had happened when I wanted them to happen with the first record, like, it's such an honor to be able to have this be like the first single, the first song that people have gravitated towards, because it's so close to my heart and so close to my family. So if things had happened sooner, you know, it wouldn't have been right. It wouldn't have been my path. And so it's been really, really special for that door to open. And then just the other songs around this new album. I mean, the brand new single is called Not Yet. And that one is just about my frustration with the business and how doors aren't opening as fast as I'd like them to, and how I'm not giving up no matter what, you know. And there's a lot of that theme within the album, and just things that are really close to my heart, or stories that have really impacted me, versus trying to write what I thought Nashville wanted to hear, you know, when I stopped worrying about that. You know?
Talking about opening doors, I know that you've played the Opry. So, I mean, that must have been just incredible. I mean, I guess that's the pinnacle. You talk about wanting to be a part of the Nashville community and having all those doors shut, and then, you know, the greatest door to open, be able to get on that stage and play. Tell me what that was like.
Oh my goodness. That was so surreal. That was just, I thought I was dreaming. And I've had the opportunity now to play at the Ryman and then the Opry just this past February, which I played Jealous of the Angels on the day that it would have been the 17th anniversary of my dad's passing.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was absolutely incredible. It was just me at the piano, and I got a standing ovation, which was so humbling. It was just one of those moments where, wow, you know, like, this is why we do what we do, you know, like, for just to know that you've impacted that many people, it was so humbling. So I'll be doing that again on Friday, June 14th. I'll be playing Jealous of the Angels, and then a song off my first record, actually. So.
Didn't know today would be our last, that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb, I can't feel anymore. Praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. You always made my troubles feel so small, and you were always there to catch me when I'd fall. In a world where heroes come and go, well, God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can. see your face again. But until then, God must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight, singing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.